Okay, so this might look like an ordinary circle to you, but it does have a dot in the center and it is pretty evenly divided around the edges. This is actually a clock face without the numbers on it. And if you think of a clock face, you can think of a circle that has evenly divided points. So this is what we would call a clock face. And on the clock face, you can see that you can pretty much divide it evenly. Now, of course, this is going to be a little bit hard for me because I'm using my finger, but you can divide a clock face into two equal halves this way. And then you have two half circles. But if you wanted to, you could divide it a different way. You could divide it this way, and then you still have two half circles. And this dot in the middle helps us anchor those dividing lines. Now, before we even talk about dividing the clock into halves and maybe even fourths, we're missing some things around the clock. What do you think goes at the top of the clock? Yep, that's right, it's a 12. So, let's see if I can get a 12 at the top here. 12. So 12 is our top number. 12 always goes on top. It's also the biggest number on the clock. And there are two 12-hour periods in a day. That's why we keep it on top, because it's a pretty important number. The next number is 1. Now it's kind of interesting that you go from 12 to 1, but 1 is actually the start of the next hour. So we go 1, 2, and then we come to kind of an interesting point. We get to 3. Now that's one of our anchor points on our clock. So after 3 we have 4, and I'm going to erase the words clock face so I can put the numbers around it. 5. Oh, and look, we've got one of our anchor points again. Here's 6. See, we have 12, 3, and 6 as our anchor points. In fact, I can connect 12 and 6 right now. Erase that. Now we've got 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The next number would be 7. Then 8. Then, oh, it's an anchor point, 9. Now I can connect 9 and 3 because they go across from each other. And then 10, and then 11. So you can see we have these 4 anchor points. We have 12 right here, 3 right here, 6 right there, and 9 right there. And then all the other spaces in between. So we have, and it goes from 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 and back to 12 again. And remember that there are two 12-hour periods in the 24-hour day. So the clock, we need it. We need that 12. I'm going to erase these numbers. And if you ever have to construct your own clock, a good way to do it is to do those anchor points first. It makes it a little bit faster. So, if I know that my anchor points make it like a cross in the center, then I know 12 would go here, 3 would go here, 6 would go here, and 9 would go here. And after I do that, well, it's pretty simple to fill in the rest. That's kind of a wonky 10, but there we go. Just like that. So that's how you would fill in the numbers on a clock. We'll talk a little bit more about how to divide the clock up in another video. Right now, you learned how to put numbers, and I'll just put num on a clock.